Call of Duty tier list. Let's do this.
Make sure to like, Subway, and Taco Bell notifications so you don't miss more tier list videos, although this is probably going to be the only one I ever make. Quite a number of you guys have actually wanted me to make a Call of Duty tier list, and since I am the Call of Duty, my Call of Duty tier list is going to be the final opinion, the only one that matters. Which Call of Duty games are amazing and which ones are just absolute trash? We're going to need the veteran from the US, Merc, to answer that question. So let's go. Call of Duty 1, the Call of Duty. I think I'm gonna give this one a C tier. C for Call of Duty. Let's be honest, even though it's the first Call of Duty game, it is kind of average in comparison to what comes after it. And realistically, not that many people actually played the first Call of Duty. Call of Duty 2. I'm gonna give this one an A tier. Coming from the first Call of Duty game, COD 2 really stepped up. It had an awesome campaign with very memorable moments and locations. The visuals were stepped up quite a bit coming from the first Call of Duty game, and the multiplayer was fun as hell. Call of Duty 3. Yeah, this one's gonna get a B. It's a little bit of a step down from Call of Duty 2, but they did add vehicles into the multiplayer, so it doesn't put it at C tier quite like the first Call of Duty game because it did innovate in some areas. Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. Jump for it all the way to God tier. Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare is 100% deserving of the God tier status. It's not even just a legendary Call of Duty game, it's just a legendary video game in general. One of the best and most replayable Call of Duty campaigns of all time. It has some of the most memorable and iconic Call of Duty characters and moments in a campaign, and it's the first modern military Call of Duty game that we got. There were tons of innovations for the multiplayer as well. So many things got added that we had never seen before. Perks, kill streaks, camos, tons of new modes. Easy God tier. Call of Duty World at War. This one might be a little bit controversial, but I'm also going to be giving it a God tier status. If you're an OG and you played this game when it first came out, you know that it's basically the same thing as Call of Duty 4. It is without a doubt the best World War II Call of Duty game, period. Some of the moments in World at War's campaign were not just iconic, but they were also very dark and at times even disturbing. It really showed how dark, gritty, and gruesome World War II was, and we had never experienced that in a Call of Duty campaign before. And if you played World at War when it first came out, you would have known that zombies was actually not accessible at first. In order to unlock the zombies mode, you had to beat the entire campaign, and then you unlock the zombies mode by beating the campaign. Multiplayer wise with World at War, it was basically on par with COD 4. The MP40 was a little controversial because it was kind of overpowered and broken, but even if you put the multiplayer and the campaign aside, the fact that this game was the introduction for zombies for Call of Duty should easily guarantee it the God tier spot. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Please don't kill me for this one, but Modern Warfare 2, I'm gonna have it S tier, not quite a God tier though. Don't get me wrong, Modern Warfare 2 did some phenomenal things. I should have probably touched on this for World at War, but World at War had amazing voice acting and an awesome soundtrack, just very immersive, and Modern Warfare 2 did as well because it was composed by Hans Zimmer and Lorne Balfe. But the thing with Modern Warfare 2 is that it also took the series into a completely different direction. Call of Duty campaign started out as being more realistic and trying to show you the horrors of war, but thematically, Modern Warfare 2 took it into a much different direction by making the game more like an action movie. It's not to say that it's necessarily bad, but it was a pretty big shift. And prior to World at War, Call of Duty games really only had a campaign and a multiplayer, but now with World at War adding zombies, players now have the expectation that there's going to be a third bonus mode. So in order to keep up, Infinity Ward gave us a new game mode called Spec Ops. Spec Ops is definitely fun to play with a friend, but it doesn't quite compete with zombies, let's be honest. And if you look at Modern Warfare 2's multiplayer, it could be a hit or miss for a lot of people. It is hands down the most over-the-top fucking crazy Call of Duty multiplayer we've ever had. And while the multiplayer was definitely fun, you can't forget that there were some unforgivable broken things in the game, like camping with one-man army, grenade launchers, and danger close to get nukes. Something that could have been so easily patched and fixed for the game, but it never happened. So yeah, Modern Warfare 2 will not be rushing to the God tier spot. Bizargles. Call of Duty Black Ops 1. I'm gonna have to sit you right next to Modern Warfare 2. The Black Ops 1 campaign is incredible. It gave us even more memorable characters. It definitely followed Modern Warfare 2's campaign in terms of the pacing and it being more like an action movie, which is why I can't put it quite at the God tier level in terms of the campaign. But putting campaign aside, Treyarch continued moving in the direction of making more zombies maps, and they were incredible in Black Ops 1. But as far as it goes for multiplayer, this is where things were kind of mixed because the direction from Modern Warfare 2 to Black Ops 1 was very different. While Modern Warfare 2 was absolutely batshit crazy, Black Ops 1 took things into a different direction by overall making the game more balanced. And as we all know with Call of Duty games, the more balanced it gets, the less fun it inherently is. People camping with the Silence FAMAS, using Ghost, Cold-Blooded, and Ninja with motion sensors hiding in corners made the pacing of the multiplayer slower than a turtle that lost its legs. There were some great innovative features in the multiplayer though, with the addition of theater mode and file share and wager matches as well. I can't quite bump it up to God tier status, but it is a great game. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. I feel like Modern Warfare 3 is at least deserving of A tier. What we really have to keep in mind with this game is that at that time, more than half of the original Infinity Ward team left to form Respawn Studios, or Respawn Entertainment. What the fuck is Respawn Studios? I figured I'd share that with you guys in case you didn't happen to know. The development cycle of Modern Warfare 3 was one of the shortest for any Call of Duty game. I believe it was made in roughly 6 to 8 months. That being said, they still managed to actually conclude the campaign in a pretty pretty decent way. Spec Ops made its return from Modern Warfare 2, and we also got a really fun bonus mode called Chaos Mode, which was a really arcadey PvE mode that had you chaining kills together until you ran out of time. I'm gonna have to argue it's still not as good as Zombies, but it was fun to play. And as far as it goes for multiplayer, you know, I don't think there was necessarily too much that stood out. We saw the introduction of specialist kill streaks, which was pretty fun to use, and the community playlist mode introduced some new game modes that were really fun to play, like All or Nothing and Infected. And something else that was very interesting and different about Modern Warfare 3 was the season pass structure. It kind of played out like this really large battle pass that took the span of like 12 months. Unlike Black Ops 1, which had a season pass with 4 different DLC drops, Modern Warfare 3 was regularly getting new content. Whether that was new maps, new game modes, or adding 1v1, 2v2, and 3v3 maps, the Modern Warfare 3 season pass drops were really shaking things up. But overall for the game, I feel like if there was more time to work on Modern Warfare 3, it could have been even better. Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Black Ops 2 is definitely deserving of S tier for sure. I know some of you guys watching would definitely bump it up even higher to God tier, but S tier is still amazing, and BO2 is definitely worthy of the S tier. The campaign for Black Ops 2 continued from Black Ops 1, but what was very unique for Black Ops 2's campaign at the time was the fact that it had a branching storyline, and there were multiple different endings to the campaign depending on your actions. The Zombies maps in Black Ops 2 were extremely memorable, they were awesome, and tons of people were addicted to Black Ops 2's multiplayer. The addition of League play for Black Ops 2 kind of separated the really sweaty players from just your average casual players. BO2 didn't have wager matches, but they still kept party games so you could have something really fun and casual to play. So yeah, Black Ops 2, definitely worthy of S tier. Call of Duty Ghosts. Oh boy. I'm gonna try not to be too mean here, but I think Call of Duty Ghosts is probably deserving of the D tier. Honestly, in a lot of different ways, Call of Duty Ghosts took a lot of steps backwards for the Call of Duty franchise. At that time, a lot of fans were expecting to see Modern Warfare 4, and instead we got something brand new. But what I think really screwed over Call of Duty Ghosts at the time was just poor timing and execution of the game itself. The Call of Duty community at that time was expecting Modern Warfare 4. They wanted to see a game that was even bigger and better and could compete with Battlefield. But what did we get instead?
Dog, exo dog,
Dogs,
and
Demon Dog!
Warning, this next section will contain spoilers for the campaign of Call of Duty Ghosts. Viewer excretion is not advised.
The Call of Duty Ghost campaign overall is just a shell of former Call of Duty campaign missions. Some of them were even just pointed out as copied and pasted from past games. But I will say this, the very last mission of the Call of Duty Ghost campaign, it actually did completely catch me off guard, because at the end of the Ghost campaign, you think you kill Rourke and that you save the day, but then it turns out that he's magically a fucking dolphin and comes out of the water and fucking drags you away, and you think that there's gonna be a Ghost 2 campaign, but then it actually just never happens. So ultimately what you get is this really cool cliffhanger moment, but nothing develops after it because they decided we don't want to make any more Ghost games because, well, it had a mixed review. Extinction Mode was pretty cool. They added aliens. I mean, that's pretty awesome. I will argue that it's not as good as previous Zombies modes, but it is something new and interesting. But overall, I don't think it has nearly as much replay value as Zombies maps with unlimited rounds. And don't even get me started on that doo-doo ass multiplayer. Dog kill streaks having 3 times the amount of health of humans. Go away. What the people throwing IED explosives all over the place, just getting cheap kills. People leaning and camping with thermal LMGs. I did have fun going for gun game reactions on Ghost though, and Stonehaven is an incredible map. No sarcasm. Actually, yeah, sarcasm. It's fucking garbage. But there were so many unnecessary and strange changes to Call of Duty Ghosts, like the changes to create a class, the way that you prestige, the way you unlock challenges, like you can only pick one specific challenge and work on that, instead of previous Call of Duty games where you could just do all the challenges at once and get a lot of extra XP and progress at the same time. And holy shit, just look at this perks list. What the fuck is this? How do you even balance or manage a Call of Duty game that looks like this? Blah! Just for that, it's going down to F tier. Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. This one gets an A for Advanced Warfare. Just kidding, I think I'm actually gonna give it a D as well. I know, giving it a D ranking seems kind of strange, especially because as of recently, I've really been enjoying the S1X mod, which allows you to get everything for free on Advanced Warfare on PC. Modded Advanced Warfare is great, however, regular Advanced Warfare is not as great. The campaign for Advanced Warfare is actually pretty cool, the graphics are actually really smooth and look great for a game that came out in 2014, and the mere fact that the press F to pay respects meme came from the Advanced Warfare campaign should really have the game at God tier. So for the time being, you're gonna go at the top. The Exo Zombies in Advanced Warfare were just kind of meh. So boo, back down to A tier for Advanced Warfare. And this is where things continue to kind of just fall apart for the game. Even though Advanced Warfare really does put you into the future and gives you this really awesome arsenal of futuristic weapons, we cannot negate or forget about the fact that Advanced Warfare was the birthplace of supply drops. And inside of those supply drops were stat-changing variants that gave people unfair advantages. As a caveat to that, if you get the S1X mod for Advanced Warfare on PC, you can unlock everything for free, which is incredible. But I really do strongly feel that Advanced Warfare Warfare having a horrendous microtransaction system puts this thing down to D tier. The Advanced Warfare multiplayer could have been so much more fun and fair if it didn't have this BS microtransaction system. Call of Duty Black Ops 3. Oh, this is actually a really tough one. I'm really tempted to put Black Ops 3 right next to Advanced Warfare. Based off the microtransactions in the multiplayer alone, Black Ops 3 should actually really be an F tier for what it did, but I think they're basically deserving of the same tier. The Black Ops 3 campaign was definitely a headache. It did not continue from the Black Ops 1 and 2 campaigns, which was actually very disappointing, but you could play the campaign with 4 players in co-op, which was actually pretty cool. It's also the birthplace of the Train Go Boom meme along with the Frozen Forest, so I mean that actually gives it God tier. Later on, you could also play realism and nightmare versions of the Black Ops 3 campaign, which was pretty neat, but the campaign itself is undoubtedly very confusing. It's out of chronological order and there's multiple timelines that take place in the campaign. I mean, whoo! My tiny little COD brain cannot process this. How dare you, Vondi? But what's really awesome about Black Ops 3 is that it not only had just 1 bonus mode, but 2. We got some of the best Call of Duty Zombies maps we've ever had, and Treyarch went out on a limb and gave us the free run mode. It was a pretty fun parkour mode that you could play, but unfortunately it didn't expand upon the 4 base maps, but it was still pretty neat. But multiplayer for Black Ops 3 is where things really start to just die. In my opinion, when Black Ops 3 introduced specialists into Call of Duty, it was the best execution of it, bar none. And like Advanced Warfare, Black Ops 3 had some very weird but interesting and fun to use guns that got added into the game later on.
Except for the bridgie.
But just like Advanced Warfare, the problem with the supply drops is that they first got announced as being cosmetic only supply drops, and then they denied that, and then put guns in the supply drops. The fact that you have to buy rare supply drops and just hope that the RNG gives you the new guns was the worst thing ever. It was one thing for Advanced Warfare to have stat-changing variants locked away in advanced supply drops, but then they went another step further and then just straight up locked you out of having brand new guns. Absolutely fucking ridiculous. You're back down to D tier. Oh, my favorite's coming up. Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. Am I gonna give this one an F? I don't know. It really does feel mean to leave these games down here because there are parts of the games that are actually really good. In Infinite Warfare's case, it's the campaign. I feel like the Infinite Warfare campaign puts it at an A tier. It was actually pretty good. They got me to like a fucking robot more than any other character in the game. I don't care about any of the humans, but Ethan, he was pretty fucking awesome. And it's a shame that he died. Oh.
Warning, this section of the video contains spoilers for the Call of Duty Infinite Warfare campaign. Viewer excretion is now advised.
Yeah, Ethan fucking dies. A lot of people die. I think Salt was like one of the only people to live. The end of the Infinite Warfare campaign is fucking sad, man. I think the Infinite Warfare campaign deserves S tier. Zombies in Spaceland and all those other zombies maps, they were pretty neat. I don't know. I remember the clown zombies and the David Hasselhoff dab. Little low chest dab was so stupid. And even though I have fun going back and playing Infinite Warfare multiplayer from time to time, the reality of Infinite Warfare's campaign at that time is that it was like this gray, robot-only knockoff version of Black Ops 3's multiplayer with a slightly better microtransaction system, but they brought back stat-changing variants from Advanced Warfare, so you belong in the same category. At least in terms of multiplayer. It might even be slightly worse, though, because, I mean, like, Black Ops 3's specialists were actually very unique, they had personality, there was more variety, and then Infinite Warfare managed to have less operators to choose from, it was less unique. It was just very frustrating. If they would have actually added more specialists later and gave them more unique abilities and expanded upon it, it could have been better. Oh, yeah, Modern Warfare Remastered is not on this thing. Okay, well, Call of Duty World War II. I think COD World War II is also just D tier. The campaign for World War II was like just kind of average. When I first played the COD World War II campaign, I was really enjoying the nostalgia and how similar some of the missions were, but I don't feel like it really brought anything new. It was just kind of bland. Not literally bland, but bland. The zombies were kind of meh. The multiplayer, it had some decent moments, especially like later on in the life cycle of the game, but they still managed to squeeze supply drops into this game. It's just like, Overall, I just kind of feel like COD World War II is staler than the popcorn that almost burned down my house. But next up is my all-time favorite Call of Duty game, Call of Duty Black Ops 4. Trash. I don't even want to talk about it. I really don't. But I guess I have to. It's a tier list. Black Ops 4 had no campaign. That is literally trash. I guess the zombies in Black Ops 4 were okay. I mean, there's still better zombies games, but the multiplayer for Black Ops 4 was basically the same as Black Ops 3, just without exosuits. And they made it 5v5 and more competitive, just in general, I just look at Black Ops 4 and I say, why? Why do you exist? The year of Black Ops 4 was a pretty dark year for the Call of Duty community. I know some people could make the argument that Blackout gave Black Ops 4 some value, but again, this was the game that had to compete with Fortnite, which was completely dominating it at that time. Fortnite was free and this thing cost $60. I want to make another tier. And a row below, dumpster. Black Ops 4 gets a special dumpster tier. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019. I'm a little torn on where to put this, but I think it's probably deserving of A tier at least. Possibly even S tier, but I don't know if I want to go as far as to say that it's S tier, because that would put it next to Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops 1, and Black Ops 2, and that's kind of hard to do, but it's also weirdly kind of worthy. I feel like Modern Warfare 2019 was Infinity Ward really proving themselves. Call of Duty Ghosts was met with mixed reviews, and then Infinite Warfare, I mean, the trailer was like one of the most disliked videos on YouTube ever, but by going back to the roots of what made Call of Duty amazing, this game really shined. I thought the Modern Warfare 2019 campaign was incredible. It was very fun to play. I really do feel like if Spec Ops in the game was better though, and it wasn't just like copied and pasted stuff from like the ground war maps, the game could have possibly been elevated to S tier. And even though like 99% of Modern Warfare's multiplayer ended up being Shoot House and Shipment, I had a lot of fun playing that. And roughly less than halfway through the life cycle of Modern Warfare 2019, we got the introduction of Warzone, which I guess is still kind of part of Modern Warfare. But what I genuinely congratulate Infinity Ward and Activision doing is giving us all free maps and free guns throughout the entire life cycle of the game. When I heard this news, I felt like this was a huge, immense step in the right direction for the game. It makes all the DLC maps and the weapons way more accessible for people. Everyone gets to have fun. It improves the matchmaking. This is also the first Call of Duty game to support crossplay and also cross progression. Shit, man, you're going up to S tier, man. I know I've been a pleb and I haven't made like rip or goodbye Modern Warfare 2019 yet, and it's because it's actually hard to say goodbye. Modern Warfare 2019 is actually a damn phenomenal game. Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. Now, to be fair, it's gonna be hard to rank Cold War because we're not done with the game's life cycle quite yet, and also it's not on this tier maker list. I couldn't find one that had it. For the time being, it's going to C tier because it's basically just like a middle of the road game for now. It could get better, it could get worse, who knows? I don't. But for the time being, it gets C for Campfest. If there's a Call of Duty game I missed, it's not my fault. This tier list didn't have all of them, I'm pretty sure. If I had pictures here for Call of Duty Online and Call of Duty Mobile, I'd probably put them at God tier because they actually are amazing games. And yeah, that's gonna do it for my Call of Duty tier list. Thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me rank all of the different Call of Duty games. If you guys did enjoy this video and for some reason you want to see more tier lists in the future, make sure to drop a like. I'll see you guys later.
I don't need a dime.